Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Profit Roadmap, and welcome to our Service Autopilot YouTube subscribers. We're recording another Zoom call episode of the Profit Roadmap. I want to thank Garrett Matthews for sitting down with me from Matthews Landscape. Garrett, thanks for taking the time.
Yes, sir.
So as people who listen to the Profit Roadmap know, we've had Garrett on a lot of times. We usually talk to him about marketing and branding. If you are a Lawn Care Millionaire subscriber, you've seen an awesome tour of his shop. So just wanted to check in and see how you guys are doing, if you're still working during all the coronavirus furor.
Man, yeah, we're still we're fighting a good fight. We're keeping on. We've obviously seen a lot of the same things that everybody else has seen. You've got people pausing, or the lead counts might be down, maybe not necessarily down, but just not what you anticipated. But generally speaking, we've stuck to the plan. Believe, like everybody else, this is going to go away, and you might as well build a, you don't want to lose momentum, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So from a spend standpoint, we're still spending the same amount of money. Really nothing has changed. Our entire marketing strategy is still very consistent and looks exactly like it did, and like we set out before all this nonsense started happening. We're actually, right now, because whether you agree or don't agree with spending money on your marketing, we're actually seeing a drastic reduction in our results from marketing, if you will. Because I'm not an expert on it, or I don't have any verifiable information to prove this, but I think most people are probably backing off. A lot of companies either aren't spending or aren't spending enough. So Google clicks, for instance, they're well over 100% lower than what they were. So
Wow.
stuff that we would have normally paid, anywhere from $30 to $35 a click for, in some cases, or not click, but a conversion, that's been cut in half. So, seeing a lot of reduction there, seeing a lot more reach and impressions on Facebook ads. That one is a little weird. I don't know, and I don't know how you would figure this out. I don't know if the reach and impressions are higher because your dollar is more valuable because fewer people are spending, or if it's because more people are home and looking at their phone and on different apps such as Facebook. So
My theory is that it's those things working in tandem.
And it is, truth be told, it's probably a combination of both. I don't know which one is carrying more weight, but definitely, like I said, across the board, we're definitely seeing a reduction in spend, not spend, but in cost per conversions. We are, another reason why I feel like, hopefully, if you've played the content game up until this point, I feel like if you're constantly in front of your clients giving information, it's not going to be alarming to see you in front of them now while they're at home. Or maybe for what I'm trying to say is that, in my opinion, if you are just now trying to get on the content game in the midst of all this and you're trying to be salesy, you think you're gonna come across disingenuous. So I would be careful. If you've been playing the content game, I would say don't change anything. Just keep on going like normal. If you're gonna get into it, I definitely would be careful about coming out being salesy or trying to make snide little ads about how your business and the virus, how you can help. I just would be very careful about trying to be perceived as if you're taking advantage of it
Yeah.
people are already on high alert, super sensitive, and they're sitting at home. They've got more time to be keyboard warriors and think things through, and possibly cause you some damage. And I know Google has turned their reviews off. Facebook has not. People can still leave you Facebook reviews, or at least they could. I'm not sure how long the Google thing is going to be shut off. Um, but I would say that now is, be helpful. People are at home. They're looking for ways to save money. Tell them how to turn on their sprinkler system. Tell them how to sharpen their mower blades. Tell them how to mow their grass. Tell them why you should mulch versus bag, or bag versus mulch, or whatever your different region requires. Just give them. Don't talk over their head. Give like tangible, realistic things that they can do out in their yard. Number one, it's going to give people something to do. They're going to be appreciative of that. But it's going to position you as you're giving back. You're helping people, and you'll be viewed as the expert. And karma's a real thing. So it can bite you in the ass, or it can pay back tenfold later. So I'm a firm believer in that. So just be a good person, and don't be sleazy, don't be a salesman, but still pump that content out there. And I think that you need to be upfront and honest with a lot of your clients, and just tell them, if you're having issues with delays, now's the time to really start that communication line, and keep it. And maybe you have wanted to do some of these things, and this is kind of the catalyst, I guess, that kind of gives you permission to start talking to your clients in different ways. And just kind of approaching everything differently. I think this is a perfect opportunity for a massive reset that is going to be allowable, I guess. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I don't get proved wrong.
So how is your office staff doing? Are they all working from home?
They're yeah, no, they're all working from home, be it childcare or not comfortable or whatever. Office is working from the house. Crews are staggered. We have a handful of people that have said they don't feel comfortable being here at all. So, we've just given them, they don't want to work remotely. Some people can't work remotely. That's just not necessarily an option, and they don't want to be here. So they're, we're telling them and assuring them, hey, we understand your job's here. Do what you feel like is necessary and appropriate, and just come back whenever you feel comfortable. Hopefully that'll be sooner than later. But yeah, like I said, staggering crews. My general manager and I still have our one-on-one. But we're not hugging or handshaking. But any other meetings are, we're doing them remotely through Zoom, like this right here, or Google Hangouts. And I would just, it took us a day or two to kind of get the communication part worked out. But Google Hangouts is a big thing. Get a bunch of group chats, and just being overly communicative with each other. But yeah, I mean, other than that, things are as normal as you could hope. Lead count is not necessarily down, but it's not up where we want it to be either. We're seeing a lot of people. So we're seeing a lot of people that, like everybody else, that are saying that, I got to save money. I got laid off. I'm at home. I want to do it myself. Those are the ones that I actually were finding to be more interesting clients. And this is why you need to stay out there in front of people and be relevant, because we've had several people that have called in as new leads that are stuck at home now, and they're becoming more aware of stuff in their yard, or they're seeing things. Hey, I never realized that. We need to get that addressed, and they're calling for that. And then we've had others that have been stuck at home and decided they were going to do something on their own, only to get a project started and realize, screw that. I don't I don't want any of that. So we've had several jobs that we've gone and literally, like, somebody's, the homeowners trimmed 20% of the bushes, only to realize they don't want to mess with it, and we'll come in and clean up and finish up the job. So there's still work to be had out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, we haven't had any layoffs, so I'm proud of that. We're gonna keep on fighting that good fight as well, as long as we can. So, like I said a minute ago, just this is a time for us as owners to just be a good person and do what's right, and know that things are going to turn around. People are looking to owners for this is when it's time to be a leader and make the right decisions and do the right things by not only your clients but your employees as well. And that's what I'm hopefully, I would like to think I'm doing a good job of, and trying to be very aware of.
Yeah.
So
Um, so office is working from home. Guys are still out in the field, able to work. You are still working. Ad spend has remained steady, but you're seeing that cost per result going down. Anything else that you want to make sure that people know that, like, hey, this is what I've got going on and it's working?
and like I said, not business is normal. You know what I mean? I think everything is, and I understand that in some areas that people aren't allowing business to be normal. So I'm sensitive to that. We're fortunate to be deemed as one of the essential companies, and I understand that some areas aren't that lucky, and they're having that luxury taken away from them, and that's unfortunate. So I don't know that this would be, it's going to be harder for them to maybe hear this advice because they're producing no revenue. But for us, I feel like what I've tried to focus on is, like, everything is so out of whack and abnormal that I'm trying my damnedest to keep things as normal and predictable and safe as possible. We're trying to be very aware of certain things that need to be done, as far as cleaning trucks, but, like, I'm trying to be careful about not overreacting, not going too far, not being so doom and gloom about things if they don't need to be doom and gloom about it. Being very communicative, being very overly communicating with our guys, and letting them know what's going on, and we understand. And I've constantly telling them, all of your employees, they're seeing people all around them getting laid off every single day. So every day we're trying to let people know, like, hey guys, we still got plenty of work, and we're not letting anybody go, we're not having any layoff, just trying to constantly reassure your guys that hey, things are safe, you're okay. We need to be careful, we need to stay on our A game, just trying to keep everybody's mind at ease. Like I said, as far as the crews, we're staggering their start times. We're making sure that we've got disinfectant available to them to wipe down their trucks every day. We're making sure that not only do they lock their trucks, but we're making the crew leaders, take the key with them, so that nobody can, like, take the key off a keyboard and go get into somebody else's truck. Maybe some cross contamination. We've taken the wall clock down. The guys are self-reporting their hours right now. We like our cookouts and parties at the shop. We haven't, unfortunately, been able to do any of that. But we're not doing any appointments. Everything's done through doing a lot of our appointments through FaceTime now. So just using technology. And look, as a bright side too, I think that there's going to be some changes that come out of this. That being an example, we're proving to ourselves And hopefully other people see it as well, that we're having all of our appointments through FaceTime. I mean, why can't that be the new norm? Having to schedule appointments and meet with somebody and all that stuff and I understand that there are situations like with the design build guys where that's necessary, but for a lot of us maintenance guys, unless it's something big, there's no reason we can't do that. So that'll free up some time. I think there's going to be a lot of positives that come out of this. We've got a couple of people that haven't been with us that long that are, they have risen to the occasion and shown us their true colors. So, I think you're going to find some good employees that come out of this. They're going to step up to the plate and do whatever's necessary. You might find some that disappoint you. So, it's going to be a good time to reflect on who's who and who is willing to step up and I guess I don't want to say take one for the team, but basically, be there good times and bad. So, I don't know. I'm optimistic. I mean, it sucks for sure, but it's all sunshine and roses over here. I think this is. I mean, this is why you're. You know what I mean? This is why you're supposed to be able to have a stomach for this. So it's not supposed to be easy. So, but the big thing, back to what we originally started on, was the marketing. And I just think, and unless you're one of these guys that is unable of producing any income, and even in that case, I would say as much as you feel like you can. I mean, I would tell people, I would just keep my foot on the gas as much as you can. Marketing's cheap right now. I think the attention is definitely available. You've got people that are sitting at home and they're looking at these different platforms and they're on the internet. So, I've turned on some I hate retargeting ads, but we've got some retargeting ads running right now just simply because I know that, people are going to be on the internet in general. So from a brand awareness standpoint, if I can pop up on some of these other websites, super cheap. I mean, we're literally getting some retargeting stuff for pennies. And that's just cheap brand awareness. So, instead of being upset about it, look for the pluses in all of it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Keep your ad spend as much as you can, because I think it's going to go further right now. And be as helpful as you can, I think, is probably one of the bigger things, because people are gonna remember that. It'll come back to you. It might be next year before it comes back to you, but give people advice, give free advice, give your stuff away. As Gary Vee says, it's the knowledge is one thing, it's the execution that's the hard part. And we all know that a lot of people aren't going to execute, or they're going to execute wrong. And in our case, in either one, if they execute wrong, we get to fix their mess. If they don't execute at all, at least we can make them aware of stuff and hopefully come in and be able to help them. So I would say keep on keeping on. Don't change anything. Also, don't be sleazy and don't talk about this virus and how, maybe the cleaning, this isn't necessarily for the cleaning. I'm sure there's some relevant content around that I'm not going to pretend like I'm aware of. But from a lawn and landscape standpoint, I just, I have completely avoided the subject at all. We're a lawn care and pest control company. You know what I mean? Who cares what I have to say about it? Go listen to one of these doctors for that. So just, trying to don't be political. Don't get caught up in the middle of any of it, and just be helpful. I think that's the biggest thing I could probably say.
Yeah. Well, Garrett, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to talk to us and let us know what you got going on, man. I appreciate it.
I have someone to talk to.
All right. Recent videos.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, man, I appreciate it. Good luck. Y'all be careful.
You too, man. Stay safe.